to the channel. Today, guys, we're gonna be talking about toys, but not these cute, fluffy, adorable looking kind. We're gonna be talking about the horrifying kind because, guys, on this channel, we all already know that I just cover the strange, the unusual, the creepy, and the unknown. If you guys are new to the channel, hey, my name is Lyssy. Be sure to subscribe button and smash a like if you guys agree that this toy right here on the screen is absolutely horrifying and you guys would never own one because I would never own one. But today, guys, I went on the internet, I did some research, you know, I just looked on the dark web and found some toys that, I don't even know how they existed. I don't know who made these toys, who thought it was a good idea, and who wanted to own them. You know, it just concerns me that back in the days that these kids were playing with some toys that you would never want to see on your bedside. But guys, let's get right on into it. Okay, so this first horrifying toy that we're going to be talking about is called the Bugler Doll. I don't know if it's because it's fugly, not trying to roast the thing already, but I mean, take a look at this thing, okay? Would you want to own one of these? They look like bears, they look like human monstroid aliens. I don't want to know what they look like, but if you look just a little bit closer, you're gonna notice that these dolls are not your average doll, okay? They're built different, as I would say. They have very interesting smiles, but not any sort of smile. Those are human teeth. You heard me correct, yes. These dolls contain real human pieces inside of them. But the one question that I really do be having about these dolls is where do they get the human teeth from? I personally, for one, would not want to know, but here's a little bit of history about these dolls. So Bugler dolls were actually created in England. They actually tap into a niche or hidden market for plush dolls that aren't attractive, rather scary and perhaps repulsive to some. However, because of the uniqueness and perhaps because some people see this as created artwork, people did purchase and own these dolls because some people do go for the strange, the unusual, and the creepy looking dolls, and they have a whole shelf of them and collection of ugly, creepy dolls. It strikes me that some people want to own ugly and horrifying toys, but you know what? I'm not gonna judge them. You do you, boo-boo, and if that's what you're into, just keep it far away from me. So, the next horrifying, and when I say horrifying, trust me, I mean horrifying toy we're gonna be talking about today is the Can You Shave the Baby doll. I don't know. Can you shave the baby? And why would you shave the baby? Never in my life have I seen a baby with that much hair, and boy, do I not want to know why. That's the most hairiest baby doll I have ever seen in my life. My biggest concern here is who wanted to buy this toy when it was on the shelves, if it ever was. Would anyone actually buy a hairy baby that their kids can shave? And why would they buy their child a toy that teaches them how to shave at a young age? Like, come on now. It's just horrifying all in all together. I would never own a baby doll like that, and I would hope that no one would buy those for their kids if they really were on the shelves. But if they were, I could imagine they would not last long because I think parents would be a little upset with these. So the next toy we're going to be talking about is called the Antique French Swimming Doll. So, you know, back in the days, in the early days, dolls obviously popped off pretty quick, and a lot of little girls would make paper dolls, or, you know, they would make like their own dolls at home, and then dolls at the shelves, and every girl needed one and wanted one. So doll creators and toy makers would make dolls for every scenario. They'd have the baby dolls, they'd have the ones where you can like style their hair, they'd have ones that teach you how to do math or sports or whatever. They eventually made the French antique swimming dolls, and these ones were waterproof because apparently they wanted them to teach kids how to swim, and they showed them how to swim themselves by going like this. But to be honest, it doesn't really look like it's swimming. It kind of just looks like a demon crawling on the floor, kind of coming out of sleep paralysis, to be honest, in just my opinion, okay? These are horrifying. Come on, do you guys not see how creepy that is? Would you guys want to own one of those? At that point, I wouldn't even want to take the thing with me in the water. I could just learn how to swim on myself. Like, I'm good. I don't need that. I could use a rubber duck or something, but just no, keep that thing away from me. This doll was produced in 1878. Ellie Martin actually patented a mechanical Poppy Nuggies swimming doll, marketed as Miss Ondine. This doll was produced in some form of the early 1900s and also can be found in a variety of sizes and different styles. This example is 15 inches long, which is actually quite large for a doll. That is one very big doll. It has a French Biscay head. Her cork body is supposed to be waterproof so that when she would float in the water, she winds with a key protruding from her stomach. So when they put the key up there, they put it in her stomach and they crank her up, and then she starts swimming away. away. And hopefully she swims so far away that we never ever see her again. She can swim into the deep blue ocean and I would be fine with that. So we're going to be talking about Cherub dolls. I don't know how to correctly or properly say that. I do apologize, but these ones were very strange to me and I had to include them in the video because I did not know about these. So these dolls, I believe, acted as angels or protectors. Believe it or not, yes, the thing on the side of the screen was made as an angel or protector. So kids would take these dolls and they would set them on their bedsides, you know, on their side tables, and they were supposed to act as an angel or protector and look over the kids while they sleep at night. Honestly, if that's what you gotta do to stay safe or protected, I think I'm good, okay? I don't want none of that. That thing, you know, it can stay outside. It can stay many miles away from me. I'll just take no protection at that point. I don't know about you guys, but I'm good. Anyways, these things were horrifying, and the factor that they actually made these to sit on the bedsides or, you know, in a form where they would actually wind up and move in an animatronic way horrifies me, okay? No, absolutely not. And even worse, they made very big giant versions of these things, which you could even put in your front yard, kind of like a garden gnome. You know, they protect the garden. Well, these things protect the yard and keep the bad vibes away, and they're supposed to be angels, okay? But I never seen an angel look like that. You know, maybe angels are supposed to look scary, but I don't know if they're supposed to look that spooky, okay? Let me know. Would you guys want an angel protector like that? Protecting your garden or house or your bedside? Because I sure would not. Okay, guys, I know we all have heard about this next toy, the Jack in the Box, okay? We have Jack in the Box, the fast food chain, and we have Jack in the Box, the toy. But the stuff that I learned about Jack in the Box toys actually kept me up at night reading this because I had no clue that this is the origin they came from. So the tea is hot here. Let me just explain here. So basically, we all know Jack in the Box toys can be like bears, they can be clowns, they can be like animals, different things that pop out of the Jack in the Box. But the vintage Jack in the Box toys freak me out a little. Have you guys seen versions like this before? I, for one, have not, and I don't want to ever again. Also, I do want to mention most Jack in the Box toys, when you wind them up, they play the classic like pop goes the weasel, and then it just pops out at you. But some of the very old vintage ones played other songs that were a little weird. Have you guys noticed that in most horror movies that there usually could be like a Jack in the Box out of all toys? It's like either a cursed doll or a Jack in the Box, like it's winding up on its own. There has been a lot of rumors of haunted Jack in the Box toys. Those have been reported pretty often. But have you guys heard about the history of the Jack in the Box and why it was created? This will scare you. Let me tell you guys the tea about this. The first Jack in the Box was made by a German clockmaker known as Claus. Claus built a wooden box with metal edges and a handle that would pop out an animated devil, also known as Jack. It was built as a gift for a local prince's 5th birthday. According to folklore, he once cast the devil into a boot to protect the village of North Martzen. In French, a Jack in the Box is called a Diablo en botte. I don't know if I said that right, but it basically means devil in a box. I had no clue that the original origin of these things was that it was a confined devil in a box. That is so freaking creepy! Ew, I do not like that. And it's kind of scary knowing that that was the original origin, the idea behind the Jack in the Box. So now I can't see these things the same anymore, okay? They actually creep me out, and I'm glad that I never had a Jack in the Box face growing up as a kid, even if it was a cute one, okay? They're just kind of weird. Alright, so the next one we're going to be talking about might be one that you guys might have not grown up with. I can say I was young enough, well at the time, and old enough now, to have owned these as a kid. It's called the magical jumping beans. So as a kid, sometimes I remember my mom, as a joke, she would like come home, she's like, I got you magical beans, look, they jump, and you'd pour them on the table and these little beans would jump up and down, right? So harmless, so magical. I never understood as a kid how beans could jump, right? My mom never told me, my family never told me, until I found out what's really inside of the bean, okay? I hope you guys never played with these. If you guys don't like bugs, disclaimer, this is about to get bad. What's inside is not so magical. Inside of these magical beans, a tiny moth larva makes the jumping bean jump. In the spring, when the shrub is flowering, moths lay their eggs on a shrub's hanging seed pod. As the larvae inside curl up and uncurl, they hit against the capsule's wall of the bean with their heads, and the bean jumps. That is a whole entire worm moth larva thing. Ew, I hate bugs so much. Now I will never ever be playing with another jumping magical bean in my life ever again, okay? I'm good, no thank you. Those things can stay away from me. They are not magic. And last but not least, we're gonna be talking about the doll of 3 faces. Yes, you heard me. There was once dolls created that had 3 heads and 3 different faces. And the reasoning why is gonna make you guys question it. Of course, like I said, back in the days when they had those vintage toys and vintage dolls, kids were super into playing with their toys, playing with their dolls, and all that good stuff. Basically, they decided, obviously, that the one face a doll would usually have is just like kind of happy and whatever. So the kids playing with the dolls were like, I want more. So eventually they made the 2-face doll, and these dolls would have like a happy face on one side and a sleeping face when you turn it around to the other side, so you could pretend like your baby's asleep or your toy's asleep, and they could do more with the doll. But no, they were like, that's still not enough. We need a doll with 3 faces. So then eventually this horrid thing right here was somehow unfortunately created and made. And yes, these dolls had expressions like a happy side, a sleeping side, an angry side, or even a sad side. So the kids could flip their doll to express what their doll was feeling. Maybe at the time they're like, you know what, that's a good idea. But honestly, I don't know what the heck they were thinking. And I really think that these things didn't do as good as they wanted them to. Because at that point, you're better off honestly just having a separate doll convey those emotions rather than one doll with 3 heads all around it. That thing is creepy. I would never own one of those. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's scary, horrifying toys that you guys probably didn't know existed. I seriously love doing this series so much, guys. This is one of my favorite series on my channel about creepy, nostalgic, old, weird toys that I just would never want to own. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to dig deeper and further and keep finding toys that I have not covered on the channel, because I definitely would love to do more videos like today's video. And if you guys want me to do another video like today's video, comment down below toys that you guys want me to cover or talk about in a future toys video. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. It's been Lyssy. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And remember, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to smash a like and hit that subscribe button to join the family. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, or morning, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!